Hey, what's up guys? This video is going to be a little different. It's not a challenge video, obviously, as you can see in the title. It's me telling you a little bit about myself. I've never actually told you a lot about myself, so I thought I'd make a video telling you a little bit about myself. If you guys don't know, I am 15 years old. My name is Sarah, as the title of my channel obviously points out. I would like to tell you something that's a little different about me, because a lot of people don't have it. I actually have Tourette syndrome. If you guys may or may not know what that is. Tourette syndrome is usually a thing that happens. It runs in the family, like it did to me. My mom's cousin has it, so we think that's kind of how I got it. It's where a person has this thing that they do, like a habit kind of thing that some people might think it would be like a habit or something like that. It's like it's gonna have kind of like a habit, but you can't like help it. It's like something that's continuous, and you can't help that you're doing it or not. So like, it can be worse. Mine's not as bad as some people have it, but the thing that they call them, the thing that we have are called tics, and that's some of the tics that I have is coughing, clearing my throat, and that's one of the main ones that I've had throughout the years. I was diagnosed when I was 7 years old, and I actually had this weird memory of like me being in the car with my mom and my brother, like when it first started. It's just like it's one like memory, you know, you guys sometimes can remember like small little clips of stuff. And my mom and my brother were so confused why I kept coughing and clearing my throat, and I told them I couldn't help it, and my mom kind of got like worried, so she went online and was like looking up stuff of like what kind of symptoms or something I could have, and she saw something else that was similar, I guess, and like for like a week or 2 weeks my mom put me on this diet because she thought it would help with my Tourette syndrome, but she didn't actually know what it was. She didn't know it was Tourette syndrome, and for like 2 weeks I was on this diet where I couldn't have a bunch of food. Like, I couldn't have certain kind of bread, so I ate like tortillas on everything. I couldn't have chocolate, I couldn't have ketchup. There was like a bunch of stuff. That's like the ones that I remember. I was like 7. And I like for 2 weeks I couldn't eat any of that stuff because my mom didn't know what was going on. So after the 2 weeks and it still kept coming, my mom, we went to the doctor's office, and that's when I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome. And when it wasn't that hard at the beginning, you know, through elementary school, I don't remember it being that big of a deal, and I don't really have that big of a, in 5th grade, I can remember a little bit more. I'm in 9th grade now, if you guys don't know. I can remember it more in 5th grade, of me having to not be in the classroom because I was too loud because of my coughing and clearing my throat, and like I would have to like Skype people, like the classroom, and at first it seemed kind of cool to me because I was like 5th grade. I was like, oh, I get to be on a laptop, but it wasn't as cool as I thought it'd be. I'd have to leave a lot of the classrooms, sometimes the whole day, being in another room with just a computer. I had to be muted because like the noise was loud, and that's why they took me out in the first place. Other students couldn't concentrate, but it wasn't that bad, I guess. I mean, I really wanted to be in the classroom with my friends because I felt really left out when I wasn't in there, but that was all they could come up with at the time. And 6th grade year, it got kind of worse. They had to keep doing it. They thought if I like distracted myself on like an iPad or something, it might help me, but it didn't really seem to be working, and my family began to become worried that my grades were going to suffer because of it, because my grades weren't doing that great at the time. And my mom was worrying that I wouldn't be able to pass, because when I'm coughing, I can't always like concentrate on stuff that I'm doing, so it was kind of hard for me at first to go through 6th grade and just not really be a part of the class because they had to keep taking me out, and it was just really hard. 5th grade, those were kind of hard, but I have to say my worst year was 7th grade. I ended up having, my grades were so bad that they ended up having it on 7th grade a little like a quarter into the year when they just thought I wouldn't, like my grades were way too bad, I had to do something. So they came up with me leaving in the middle of the day to go home and have a tutor, like one-on-one time, just like start teaching me what they're teaching in the classroom. I used to call it halfway homeschooled. I don't know why, but I used to call it that. And it was, you know, at first I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, I would come home from school and I'd have like an hour or two, like in between the time where she came and taught me, so that was kind of cool. I got to like just relax. I ate lunch at my house usually and stuff like that, and it wasn't that bad. I mean, it didn't seem that rough. I mean, I was having a good time with it, but as the time went on, I was missing out on a lot of stuff. I wasn't able to play basketball that year because my parents didn't want me, because if I coughed, it could get me like out of breath, and then so if I did that during practice, I would have a hard time practicing with the team, because if I was out of breath, I felt like I was going to pass out or something, and I couldn't do a lot of stuff that everyone else was doing. So I couldn't play basketball that year, and I was really upset about it. So I was getting like left out of a bunch of stuff. Like I would see stuff on Instagram of my friends like at basketball season, and I felt really left out, but I couldn't really do anything about it. I begged my parents to let me go back to school many, many times. And they thought that my grades were getting better, so they didn't want me to go back and then have my grades get worse again because I was back in school and I couldn't stay in. But like throughout that school year, I just kind of really pushed myself to stop my Tourette's, just hold it in and hope that when my family sees me doing better, they're going to make sure I can come back to school. So all of 7th grade year, I was just pushing myself to stop coughing and try to control it, and I was doing all this stuff during school. And by the end of the year, I wasn't coughing at all at home or in school. I was controlling my Tourette's fine. I was doing pretty good with my Tourette's by that end of the year, and I begged my parents to make sure I don't have to do it next year, my 8th grade year. And I thought, since 7th grade year was done, I was so relieved, because I was just like, oh yes, I don't have to do it. It's finally summer. I've been waiting this forever. And I was really happy about it. But at the beginning of 8th grade year, my parents, they thought I should go back to doing homeschool half the day again. And I got super upset. And I just kind of like lost it. I really didn't want to do it again, and I thought that if I try harder, maybe my parents would change their mind. But so I was really worried and really bummed about going back to school. So I talked to my parents more and asked them a lot to do it, and it began the day before school, and I still didn't know. So that night I went down to my parents, and I was like in tears, and I was crying, and I was just like, Mom, do you know yet? Did you ask them, like, am I not going to do it anymore? And she told me that they had emailed them the day before, and she said that they confirmed it, that I was going to be going to school all day. And I was so happy, like, I don't know, it was like an answer to prayer. I just felt so good, and I was like really ready for the year to start. And I've been doing fine pretty much since. I mean, it's halfway through 9th grade right now, and still have no problems at school. 8th grade year was fine. I didn't cough at all pretty much in the classrooms. I mean, every once in a while maybe I'll have a little cough, like a period or two, but mostly it's just pretty much under control. And I'm really happy that everything worked out. I think it was God really wanted me to do that 7th grade year. He really wanted me to go through working on my grades, getting them better, and I think if I wouldn't have done that, I probably wouldn't have been able to come back to school and not cough anymore. Like even today, if I wouldn't have pushed myself to stop doing it. So I think God really wanted me to do that so it could show me how to control my Tourette's and how to do better in school. But ever since, I've been doing okay, and my grades are good. I've been growing up, I've been in IEP classes since I was like in 2nd grade, and they always help me with my Tourette's and stuff. So it's been working out. I mean, I have good grades now. We just got done with exam week, and that was rough, but I think I did okay. And I'm really hoping that the worst days of my Tourette's are over, and I don't have to worry about that in the future. The only kind of Tourette's I have now is my eye rolling. You guys maybe have noticed it in past videos. Sometimes I don't even notice it like in the videos. Sometimes I just like see myself doing it when I'm editing, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't even know I was doing that during the video. So yeah, sometimes I don't actually realize I'm doing it. You guys might have noticed it. It's just like a weird eye roll thing, and it doesn't happen that often. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. I don't really recognize myself doing it, but that's pretty much the only thing that bothers me sometimes. And other than that, I'm doing great in school. I feel really good about my Tourette's now. I can control them, and I think in the future they won't probably be an issue at all in stuff I'm doing. So I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about myself and about my Tourette syndrome, because a lot of people don't even know it exists, and a lot of people don't even know that some people have it way worse than I do, and they're going through it, sometimes even alone. And I feel really bad because throughout all my Tourette's problems that I had growing up, I always did have my friends. They were always supportive and protected me, even when other kids were making fun of me or stuff like that. And they always stood up for me in the end, so I'm really thankful to have my friends, because they've never turned their back on me. So I hope you guys like this video, just me talking. I'm not sure, I haven't really done a video with just me talking one-on-one with you guys. And comment down below more video ideas. I'm thinking about doing, I've seen a bunch of you guys's, and I'm kind of ahead on videos. Like, I've been recording ahead of time, so I always have time to post. I don't want to miss my uploading date. But just like, if you guys have any ideas, just comment them down below. I'll read through them. I always do. Sometimes I even reply to you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up, and come back next week for a new video. Don't forget to subscribe.